Hi there, welcome back. Good morning or afternoon or whatever time it is that you're watching. Happy Saturday. It's actually Friday for me, but you'll be watching this on Saturday, so good morning. I have a tiny little thrift haul to share with you. So I thought I'd get to it. Two of the things I can't share because they're in the washing machine. I got a couple of little cotton summer shirts. I'm one of those people that I find I'm more comfortable with a little bit of my arm covered. So my preference in the summer, if it's not my overalls, because I love my overalls in the summer, with a little t-shirt, it feels like you're wearing pajamas outside, and they're just as cool and comfortable as a dress because they're really big and baggy, my overalls. I love them. But if I'm not wearing my overalls, you'll usually find me wearing a pair of capris, a tank top, and then what I usually like is a short sleeve cotton shirt that's just left undone. So I feel a little bit covered. I feel like my mummy tummy is a little covered because, trust me, after 5 huge babies, I got a little mummy tummy, and I've earned it, and I'm not ashamed of it. I earned it, but I just feel more comfortable. And I often find that I can find cuter ones and more comfy and roomy because I want it to fit over a tank top over in the men's section. And when I went to my ladies' hospital auxiliary, the men's shirts were on sale for $1.50. I found 2. So they're in the wash right now. But I'm very excited about them. I always have to hide them from my husband because I do like them big and loose. And I'm not sure if these ones would fit or not. But I found one that's sort of a rainbowy color. And and another one that has anchors on it that I'm waiting for those to go missing someday. And then there could be trouble. Anyhow, back to my thrift haul. I've at the ladies' hospital auxiliary thrift shop, I found this little container, and it's nothing you can't get at Dollarama, but you can't get it for 50 cents at Dollarama. And it's just some little containers that I know some people would probably, I don't know, put little teeny tiny eyelets in or that. But I actually love these tiny little containers for when we travel. So if we're going away for a weekend, quite often that's all I need for, say, moisturizer, or I need to use a special sunscreen under my eyes and on my nose. I'm allergic to SPF, and it makes my eyes water. I can use it anywhere else on my body because it's not so close to my eyes, but if I use it near my eyes, my eyes will just pour with water. So I find I have to use something mineral-based. Like, I can even use Peniton, but I look silly because it's pure white. It's zinc, right? But it still will protect you. Anyhow, so something like this is just a nice size, or my favorite little lip gloss or that sort of thing. I just like them for going on vacation. Another thing I'll watch out for at thrift stores for traveling, because my husband and I normally will travel a couple of times a year when there's not a worldwide pandemic going on. But it's been a few years now, and we are itching to get back on a plane and go somewhere. As much as I hate flying, it's a necessary evil to get places. And we actually booked our first cruise for next February, so I'm very excited. Anyhow, if I can't find little cases like this, I love when I can go to like the dollar store and get a little contact lens case. It is perfect. I can put a little of my favorite concealer just in the contact lens case, and it's just enough. It's enough to last you for, a week, 3, 4, 5 days. And it's just a perfect little amount, rather than bringing your huge bottle or container of concealer. You can just bring a tiny little, imagine if this was the contact lens case. It's together, and you have a little in both, and it's perfect. So if you're going on an overnight and you're just going to need a little bit of moisturizer, and then this case, well, I knew that I'll find something to do with that case. Who can't use a case, right? So I found that they had a whole basket full of doilies, and I don't need any more doilies. And the doilies that they had were a little too lacy, too not strong enough to be a doily kind of pocket. But I did find some. I liked the corners of these handkerchiefs. So I most likely will just use the corners to make, a little pocket kind of thing. That's kind of cute. These were 50 cents each. So there were 3, so I grabbed those. And then I grabbed, these were also 50 cents each. So I grabbed these. Again, I like these because they're really flat. And these tea dye really well. They tea dye beautifully. So, and this sort of thing just looks so much fun hanging off the corner of, say you've got it hanging out of the corner of a book. And it's just the one little piece, it can look really neat to just have that little bit there. So so I grabbed that one for 50 cents. These are all in Canadian dollars. And then I grabbed this rounder one. That similar thing. What's this called? Battenberg? Nancy'll know. Anyhow, I just find they tea dye beautifully because I usually prefer them off-white, not white. And then they iron out really nice and flat. And even just using that part and letting it stick out the edge of a book page, and then using this part as a pocket, just this one could be used for multiple journals. That part could pocket, hem it, and you've got a cute little pocket with this embroidery on it. So I was happy with that. I think it all came to less than $4.50 or something. It wasn't bad. I didn't get much over at my store that I usually do the best at, but I found a book that I couldn't leave there, and it's so ugly and so homely, but I had to get her. She just looked, she's got a little suitcase and a little dog and a hat. You can barely see her. You can hardly read the title anymore up there, but it's called Peg of My Heart. And it's got some Irish shamrocks here. And it's falling apart. And there's a little photo there. Peg of My Heart. So, A Comedy of Youth by J. Hartley Manners. And of course, for the rest of the morning I was singing, Heart of My Heart, I love that melody. And it was stuck in my head, much to the dismay of anyone who was near me in the store. This book was 1913. The Romance of an Irish Agitator and an English Lady of Quality. Oh, it looks like some pages are missing. Oh, look at the bandaging that's been done in this book. Page 3, so there's a few pages missing. Boy, this was beloved. The pages feel really mushy. Oh, wow. Oh, I'll use that in something. You can see 2 little children and a dog sitting in an easy chair. Wow. Oh, I wish that had been complete. Oh, wouldn't that have been... Peg in England. Oh, there's more photos. Let's see. Uh-oh, I think I might sneeze. I'm apologizing ahead of time if I sneeze. There it is. Oh, I love that. All these little dogs. Uh-oh. I might have to cut into my Prince book that's got all the... that has all the dogs. I can't get over how many people... Nancy, the trouble you caused when you found that book with the old pictures of dogs. I know so many people now that have been hunting the internet over to get a copy of that book. And most of them are like me. They're thinking, do I want to order another one and keep one and cut one? Because it's very rare I find a book that I have no problem cutting into. No problem. Once I'm reassured that I'm not cutting into something precious, I have no problem cutting it. But that book with all the pictures of the dogs. Oh, I love that book. I might have to love it for a while and then decide. I have a feeling I should probably just cut it up, and then maybe somehow it will find its way to me again someday. Look at that. Oh, golly, this is cute. I should also maybe have my little Kirby book sale. If you're looking for a particular book, they do have a list, and they will keep their eye out for it for you, which is really nice of them. You know, I'd love to just constantly have the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, but I think I'd be being kind of piggy, seeing as how many copies have already landed in my lap. Like they seem to fall on me like manna from heaven, and that would be that wouldn't be nice. I think you gotta share the Edith love. Anyhow, this little book it was so forlorn and so homely looking that I knew that this let's go backwards a bit. I knew it had to have a better life. And at first I thought I might put this photo onto the cover, but I really rather love how worn out that old picture looks. And this is ready to, I'm sure once I pull the text block out, that's the official term. I'm trying to get myself used to saying it. When you remove a text block, you're pulling it, even though I cut it. But apparently you're pulling the text block. I'm quite sure that once I pull the text block out, this thing is going to be like in 3 pieces in my hands. 1, 2, 3. But we can make miracles happen, and you know it. And sometimes those are the prettiest books. Oh, I love these little shamrocks. There's just a little hint of those. There's a shamrock. Oh, looking forward to this. Now wait till you see. Let's leave Peg there. Wait till you see what I found over in the jewelry section. And it was a little more than I spend, but it's going to be 2 special books that get these, let me tell you. And one of them might already be slated for my book. It's a pair of earrings with Frida on it. And she's on both sides. And you might say, Catherine, why wouldn't you wear those? I cannot handle heavy earrings. I'm lucky I still wear earrings in my ears at all. There once was a time I had all kinds of earrings in my ears. I have 5 holes up and down my earlobes. But now I've let most of the holes seal up. I still have 1 earring in each ear, and I just have a tiny little gold hoop, and I can see the day coming where, like, the gold hoop's going to come out, and I'm going to forget to put it back in, and that'll be the end of earrings for me. I've lost my interest in earrings. Anyhow, they're quite heavy, so that would take someone who's comfortable with heavy earrings to wear those, but they'd be fantastic as a charm on a lucky book. And that she's both sides. Oh, wowee, Frida was looking for me today. So that's my tiny, like I said, I wasn't kidding, tiny little thrift haul. Now, something I did finish yesterday, which in addition to removing the little tabs, the tiny little post-it notes, you know, when they come off a book, it means that book is done. I finished the 2 Nanas bookmarks to go in the books, and I used what was left over of the watercolored pages from out of the Edwardian Lady, and I made one with the red and one with green, and I think because they feel like sister books, I'm going to put the green bookmark into the red book, and I think I'm going to put the red bookmark into the green book. So that's the plan. I had a little fun grunging these ones up. I felt like it. So they got grunged, and I really like how they turned out. And speaking of the Edith sister books, let me go grab them. The 2 Edith books. Here, let me see if I can come back a little bit more. And we'll move my pretty little background a little bit. There we go. That looks nicer. I am hoping to have these listed in my Etsy shop later today. So that's my plan. So today is Saturday. I still have to film the flip throughs, and you know that takes me forever because I talk a lot. And so I'm going to be, so I have 2 videos that I do need to film and upload, and then I need to set up the, the listing in my Etsy shop. But for the most part, I think you can pretty well plan on seeing them show up in my Etsy shop probably around 5:30, but I'll give you a heads up on Instagram. So in the meantime, thanks for joining me this morning, and I hope you'll hang around later this afternoon and take a look through the flip throughs for the 2 Sister Edith books, and maybe one of them might call out your name. Let's see, huh? Take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.